Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're regular here, you know I review many photographic, audio and video related products. Well, today we're taking a look at a microphone that's been sent to me by the manufacturer for review, and it is the Joby Wavo PLUS microphone, and this is the microphone. Now, it is a really lightweight and compact microphone. That's one thing I really do like about it. Great if you're doing vlogging or you're doing a lot of running and gunning, as it were, with your camera. This isn't going to get in the way whatsoever because it's really light and compact, but the sound quality is lovely with it. Now, obviously I'm going to be showing you some clips of the sound quality using this microphone, and I actually will be using this microphone for a lot of my videos because it's compact size and because of its sound quality. It comes with this windshield, which will help to reduce wind noise. It's quite a nice foam windshield that goes on top there, but it's the features of this microphone which make it really useful for me. Now, on the back, let's just go around the microphone. It's got the shock mount, so that's great. Obviously a lot of microphones have shock mounts, but that will help reduce camera noise and handling noise of the camera when you've got it mounted on the camera. So that's a nice good quality shock mount. On the back you've got your line out to your camera on the back there. It's also got USB-C out to the computer, so you can use this to connect to your computer for either streaming or for doing voiceover work if you want to plug it directly into the computer. And that is great because most shotgun microphones you can't do that. You can with this one, so it will double up as an on-camera microphone as well as a USB-C microphone for your computer. I think that is great, and that's how you charge it. It's got a built-in battery, so you don't have to worry about replacing AA batteries or anything of that nature, and lasts up to 30 hours on a full charge. You get up to 30-hour charge with this microphone. I think that is great. So you've got your line output on the back there, and it comes with the necessary cables to connect it either to a smartphone, because it will work with a smartphone, or with your camera, and I think that is great. Comes with these cables. Interestingly, the cable for the smartphone is actually, here it is actually labelled smartphone on the cable. Now that might sound like a really tiny little thing, a silly thing, but I find that really useful because they look so similar. It's nice that Joby have actually labelled which cable is which. I just find that, for me, I just find that really useful. On the back also, you've got your power switch to turn it on and off, so that will turn it on and off. There you can see now that's come on. Now, one thing that is great with this microphone, the on-off switch is only needed if you're using it as a USB-C microphone. But if you're connecting it directly to the camera, it will turn itself on and off. I think that is a brilliant feature. I wish so many microphones had that feature. I've lost count how many times I do. I mean, I do multi-cam recording, which is what I'm doing here. I've got 5 cameras or 4 cameras set up. In fact, I've got my A6600 getting the shot just across there. I've got my A6500 getting the wide shot, which is also getting Sammy in the shot. I've got my Canon R50 getting a close-up shot. I mean, I've got me Panasonic G8.6 getting another wide shot just there, and I've got me Sony ZV-1 getting the close-up shots of the product. But this is great because when you're doing something like this, you will forget to turn something on, or the battery will die, or whatever it might be. With this, the microphone will turn itself off and on when it's connected to the camera. So I think that is great. So when you turn the camera off, it turns the microphone off. When you turn the camera on, it will turn the microphone on. I think that's a fantastic feature. It saves you having to remember to turn the microphone off, or conversely, turn the microphone on, and then you get no audio when you're recording. So brilliant feature. And it's got a headphone out jack on the where is the headphone out jack? Yeah, it's got a headphone out jack on the side of the microphone just there at the bottom here, but you've got a volume control on the back here for adjusting the output level of the headphones. I mean, again, that is great because that will help reduce or stop feedback if you've got the microphone quite close to the headphones. So a great feature that you can actually turn the headphone output up and down. The other thing is, a lot of cameras these days don't have headphone jacks. I'm thinking of the likes of there's loads of them, my little Sony ZV-1, the Canon R50, the Nikon Z30, like the list goes on and on. They've got mic jacks but no headphone jacks. It is great that you can monitor the audio from the microphone if the camera itself hasn't got a headphone jack. I think that is great. Obviously, by doing that, you're not monitoring what the camera is recording, you're monitoring the sound coming into the camera. So it's not foolproof, but it's damn sight better than not being able to hear the audio at all. You can also check to see if there's noises in the background. You wouldn't be able to do that if you couldn't monitor the audio. The other great thing, on the front of a microphone, it has got a tally light, so you can actually see that the microphone is working. Now it'll glow green when the battery is fully charged, so when you are filming yourself you can see there's good audio there. When the battery is low or lowish, it will go to amber, and then when it's nearly out it will go to red, but you will still have time to finish your recording even when it's gone to red. Again, these features are so helpful when you are working by yourself, to be able to see that microphone is in front of you and you can clearly see the microphone, A, it's on, and B, that there is a good battery life in the microphone. I think that is a great feature. And then you've got two other buttons on the side of the microphone. You've got your low pass filter, which is the bottom one, that'll help reduce noises if you've got air conditioning in the background, traffic noise or whatever. So that helps reduce that. And then it's also got, which I think is another fantastic feature, it's a stereo microphone, so it records onto both channels, but when you've got that switched over, you see a little green emblem comes up just to show a green indicator showing that it's on. That'll then send to the camera two separate audio signals, and it records one at a lower dB setting. So I think that is great. So it records one level on one channel, which is your normal level. On the other channel, it's a lower level. So it's minus 10 Bs actually, 10 dBs of level. So if it is anything loud clapping or something happens, then you can use the second channel for that audio. So basically it gives you a safety track. That's what we call it. It's a safety track recording. So you've got your normal track and your safety track. I think that is a fantastic feature. And the only other switch on the side here is your dB setting. So you've got minus 10, 0 dB and plus 15 dB setting on the side there, and I think that is great. But you can, set your dB setting according to the conditions that you're in at the time. Now, what we'll do now, we'll do some audio recording so you can actually hear the quality of this microphone. It is a directional microphone. The pickup pattern is more in front than it is around, so it should be very directional. So I think what I'll do, I'll connect it to, wow, which camera doesn't make any odds. In fact, I'll stick it on my 6700 I've got sat behind me. I'll stick it on this camera here, and we'll connect it up and see how good the audio is. So I've now got the Joby Wavo PLUS set up on my A6700. The audio you hear now will be coming from the Joby Wavo PLUS. I've got it about, well, it's about that distance from me to the camera. So what's that? That's about 16 inches, 18 inches, I don't know. Which would be, sort of range you would tend to use it with. You'd probably be even tighter than that. But I'm using the Wavo PLUS audio now. It's got connected to the 6700 as I said, and the great thing is, as I said, I didn't have to remember to turn the microphone on. It turns itself on the minute you turn the camera on. And also, as I said earlier, as another confirmation, I can see the green LED on the front of a microphone. I know full well that is receiving an audio signal because the green LED is on, and I can see the audio levels on my Canon 6700 flickering. I've got the audio set to manual. I haven't actually fumbled around with the audio settings on the 6700. I'm thinking that'd be great. filming it in Cine tone, so I'll probably have to do a little bit of color grading to match my Canon R50 and my other cameras around here. But I think you'll find the audio with that should be, you know, should be pretty decent because it's a nice microphone. Now, ideally, you always want to get the person's voice closer to the microphone, so it's not picking up noise around, echo around you. So, you know, if I go in a little bit tighter to it, let's move it up a little bit so we can get in a little bit tighter. Straighten that up to about, that's about level in it, something like that. I don't know, something like that. So now I'm a little bit closer to the camera. The microphone is slightly shooting above my head, but the audio quality should be pretty decent. I'm looking at the audio levels on the camera. I'm actually not monitoring it through the headphones, although I can plug headphones into the back of a microphone so we can actually see what and hear what the audio quality is like. Let's do that out of idle interest just to see what the audio quality is like. Here's me headphones with a long cable. I get annoyed with cables. In fact, these headphones aren't. Take the adapter off and let's plug these into the microphone and see. Shouldn't really do this while I'm actually recording simply because you'll hear it, but let's plug these in now and see what that sounds like. I wouldn't suggest adjusting the volume of the microphone while you're actually recording, because the noise of it is going to actually show up you know, on the audio, isn't it? So I would set that beforehand. But yeah, I can now hear myself talking, which is great. I can tell that the audio quality is pretty decent, and it's actually, you know, a good loud sound. So, you know, that headphone control I think is really, really handy. And as I say, it's useful because you can turn it down to reduce echo or reduce feedback if your microphone is too close to your headphones. So you can adjust that, but I wouldn't adjust it while you're actually recording. So yeah, great little microphone and a great feature that, you know, this microphone has. And the fact that it will turn itself on and off as you turn the camera on and off, I think that's even better still. So yeah, there we go. That's the Joby Wavo PLUS microphone. As I say, ideally you want to get closer to the microphone, but that isn't ideal for me. I haven't got the right lens on me A6700. Again, even at close quarters, this microphone does produce really, really nice audio quality. I've just realised that it's probably too close to this computer. It's probably picking up noise coming from the computer. But there we go. That is the Joby Wavo PLUS. It's really awkward talking with headphones on because you can hear yourself. It's really, really awkward. The latency, actually, there isn't any latency with this microphone, which you would expect because you're plugging the headphones directly into the microphone, but you're not picking up any latency, so that is very, very useful. But yeah, great little microphone and a great addition to any video producer that's doing vlogging or doing anything where they want to get good quality audio, and they don't want to muck around with, you know, wireless microphones and all the other things that you would, you know, normally need to do. Very, very straightforward little microphone. I decided to test this microphone, as many people will be using it as a vlogging microphone for vlogging basically. So I've come out into the garden. I've got my Sony A6700. I've got the microphone connected into. I can see the audio levels are looking really good, and it's great to see the tally light on the microphone to see that the microphone is actually working, and I think that is awesome. I've got the camera set to active steady shot. Because of my arthritis, I don't have the steadiest of hands. I've got focus peaking turned on so I can see it's in focus, and the little green dot or squares on my eyes, I can see the eye autofocus is working beautifully. I see my hands shaking like you wouldn't believe. So it'd be interesting to see how steady the actual shot is, but what we're interested in seeing how good the audio is off the Joby Wavo PLUS, using it as a vlogging microphone, and I think it should be fine. I think it should be really good. I'm about, well, I don't know, 10 inches away, 10 inches or so away from the actual microphone. And the other thing with the camera, I've got it set to Cine tone, so the colours should be looking really quite nice. I might adjust them slightly in the edit, but you can see the audio, well, I can see the audio is looking good. Hopefully you can hear that the audio is good. Let's go near the pond so you can actually hear the pond noise. See how directional this microphone really is compared to picking up the noise of the pond. It should be pretty decent. I've got the 11mm lens fitted to my Sony a6700, the Sony 11mm. So when I've got active steady shot on, it's still a nice wide angle. So there we go. That is the Joby Wavo PLUS microphone, using it as a microphone for vloggers. And I think also the shock mount should be working fine, because it's moving quite a bit, so that shock mount should be helping to reduce or completely eliminate noise, with the camera shake. Also, it's a little bit gusty, not too windy out here, but there is wind. I'm hoping this windsock that comes with a microphone is adequate enough to not hear the wind, basically. So yeah, that's the Joby Wavo PLUS. So there we go, that's the Joby Wavo PLUS microphone. Great little microphone, great addition. I would like to thank Joby for sending me the microphone for review, very much appreciated. So thanks very much. Stay tuned for more videos relating to video photography, podcasting, so on and so forth. And if you do like my channel, don't forget to subscribe, that would be fantastic. Cheers for now, bye.